teacher or something by trade, because you are a good spokesman, but to keep people's attention and be able to divert that is a skill, and I just feel like I would crumble. I mean, Brian is used to public speaking, and you're very good, but I would crumble, and you're very good at directing things. So what is your background?
My background's, I've got a law degree. I decided it's the most ghastly, parasitic profession I've ever come across. So I decided I don't want to do that. Also, I was told you can do the law, but you can't do politics. So I made my choice then. So I could have made lots of money in that and so on, but no, I didn't do that. Since then, I've worked. The longest period I've worked in one solid thing was about 2.5 years. I was an agricultural engineer when I first left university. It meant I was putting together steel frame barns. I worked in forestry, cutting down trees. But since 1996, I work full time in politics. It doesn't pay very well. My wife's a well-paid nurse. Well, there's no such thing as a well-paid nurse, is there? But nevertheless, by my standard, she's been a well-paid nurse, so I've managed. So that's my background. In terms of you saying, no, you couldn't do it. Firstly, anyone thinking of standing as a candidate, you don't have to public speak anyway, because the swine out there won't share a platform with us. So therefore, you don't have to. You're not going to get in the village hall to do the hustings thing, because the others won't speak. So there's that. But the other thing, let's face it, the real concern about standing is, oh my God, what happens? I might get elected. That's the real thing you should worry. You only get, I don't know what you get around here, 7 or 8 grand or whatever per year for working part-time and helping a community. But you grow into it. And I've seen half a dozen people who've, when they first got elected, have literally gone to pieces. A couple of ladies in particular, but chaps as well. And I'm speaking to a lady down in Barking just under a year ago now. And she got elected and she almost dropped out. She said, I just can't cope. I can't do this. And I said to her just after last May, just bear with us, just hang on to it for a few months. Just follow the others and ask for some help and so on, and just watch and listen. I said, you'll find a time, a few months down the line, when someone will come to you for help, like next week, and you won't know what to do. But you'll make it up as you go along, you'll find it, your colleagues will help you, and when someone comes along again with a similar problem, you'll find it difficult. I said, a few months down the line, someone will come to you for a problem, and you'll find yourself, you're sorting out their problem for them, you're making their life better, and halfway through it, you'll suddenly find, good God, I can do this, and I enjoy it, and they're grateful, and it's a good thing. And I spoke to her 3 or 4 months ago, and I said, how's it going? She said, you were right. And she got up and spoke at a meeting down in Barking and Dagenham, and a year ago, she wouldn't have dared ask a question like you did. She was as quiet as a mouse, terrified even to get up in front of 4 or 5 people, other than her friends and family. And she was up there on her hind legs, telling 100+ people what she's done and how she's been in the council chamber, and she's gone up to basically on the way in, she's gone up to one of the key Labour councillors, you're not going to push me around anymore, like that. She's absolutely transformed, and she's gone from being a desperately shy, ordinary person who didn't think they could do anything, even to look after themselves and their own family against authority. She's gone on to being a holy terror against wrongly imposed authority, and she's transformed, and she's gone from being that shy little person to being a community leader. And it happens. And just in the course of being a candidate, you go partway there. Don't anybody worry about that. There's nobody in this room, because there's no one in this room with hate tattooed on their forehead, or a shambling, drooling, dribbling moron. There's no one in this room who couldn't be a councillor for the British National Party. Because all it takes, or for any other party for that matter, as a matter of fact, all it takes to be a decent councillor is to want to make a difference and to do the job that's expected of you, and people help you to do it. And it's not rocket science. One final thing on that. Anyone who's thinking, I want to stand, I might get elected, and in the next couple of years you will do. Not this year, you're right. I won't be able to cope. Go along to the local council and sit in the public gallery during one of their meetings and watch what useless, low-life bums they've got sat there for the Labour Party, and you will immediately see, I can do better than that, because all they've got is 2 or 3 people who are clever, who are good at it, who've got their snouts right in the trough, and all the others do is hold their hand up or press the button when a couple of them give them the nod and the wink. And everybody here has got the capacity to do more than that, so don't ever let it worry you. No problem at all.